here. Because I wanted to show you the reality of life, the reality of bags, from not the proper rest and from sometimes being emotional. Um, it's real life shit. Like, um, I'm making this work to the best of my ability, and that's what we're required to do. We're required to use what we have and create our lives for ourselves. Are we gonna make mistakes and do shit that doesn't fucking make sense and may not make sense to a whole lot of other people? Of course. But it's all about how you get back up and how you take control over your fucking life and not just allow things to just happen to you, not allow people to take advantage of you, not to take advantage of yourself, not to play games and waste time, but to enjoy your life, live it to the fullest. Stop paying attention to what everybody else thinks or what everybody else says, because their opinions of you are just fucking that. Their opinions. They mean shit. Their opinions of you is not going to take you to your future. Their opinions of you have nothing to do with the desires in your heart. Their opinions of you will take you down a rabbit hole of misery, pain, and bullshit. But we can all avoid that if we learn to love ourselves and learn to find out what the fuck it is that we need to do for us so we can be the happiest we can be. This is not like, oh, she doing, she got the makeup on. See, hell no. See, cause look, see that shit? Yeah. Because even as happy as I am, and as hustle, my mentality is hustle, girl. You can do it. This is, you did it last year, but goddamn it, you turned it up a motherfucking notch this year. So I worked my ass off last year. I completed my goals. I did what the fuck I said I was gonna do. And this year, I'm making new goals. I'm setting new strides for myself because I know that I can do it. God didn't put these desires and these things in my heart and inside of me for me to just sit around and wait for some shit to happen or fall out the sky. So my thing is, and yes, do I cry? Yes, the fuck I do. I don't want to, but sometimes crying, it sheds. It sheds. It sheds like shit. But no, am I like a big crier? I've been more emotional like this past year with all these changes, cause more, I mean, as far as being like crying emotional, cause like I'm an emotional person, as in like, what the fuck is up, that type of emotional. Like I'm more like hardcore emotional versus like sensitive, sad, crying emotional. So for this to be happening to me, I stay to myself a lot because like sometimes I would allow myself to go down like in spirals, and one thing happened and I'm like, and this thing happened. So I'm learning like what triggers that shit, and that's what I've done in my life. By the way, I'm Moni, Miouxnie. I'm starting to do these videos because I do a podcast, but I think people need to see my facial expressions. They need to see that I'm really about what the fuck I'm saying. Like, see that the intensity in my eyes and in my body language, that I'm really about like this hustle mentality and changing my life. I don't know what the fuck I was just saying, but um, um, you do need to move forward with your life. I mean, I know because I'm just kind of cutting. I'm probably going to cut and paste this. Or maybe not. Maybe I'll just post it like this because this is my first video. This is my first video because I feel like I just need to do something different. Like I said, I have a podcast, but people need to see the intensity. People listen all the time. You can listen, but it's different when you can listen and see. Someone told me that before, and I was like, yeah, but I don't want to put my face on the screen. Now I'm like, fuck it, let's go. Because I know for a fact that I've changed my life in the past year and a half. I started actually in 2017 when my grandfather died. My grandfather meant a lot to me, and I wanted him to see the change in my life. There's a background to that. And so because I didn't know what to do, I didn't know how to express myself. It was right before Thanksgiving. I decided to do an art series, and I did 180-degree collection. So all I had was my bottles, because I do bottle art, like this. So I paint bottles. But that's not my 180-degree collection. Maybe I'll post a picture right here. Or probably not, because I'm probably not going to edit this damn video. It's just going to go straight the fuck up. So I started the 180-degree collection, and the triangle, I love math. Triangles are 180 degrees. So that's what I started drawing on bottles. Triangles, scaling, isosceles, right triangles. Just, yes, I love math, geometry, and stuff. So I decided to draw on triangles on bottles because I was like, that's signifying my 180-degree turn in my life, because I was not going to continue the same shit over and over again repetitively for the next like 20 years. Hell the fuck no. I have something greater for me out there, some fucking where. It's there, but I couldn't see it. I couldn't mentally. I didn't feel it. Oh, my ring ain't on. I couldn't grasp it. I couldn't take control over my life. The only thing I had control over was my artwork. So I started doing the bottle art. I created a series, and it came to a point to where I stopped. And then like I started doing some other stuff, things started happening. Then my other grandfather died. Exactly a year later, right before Thanksgiving. I was like, when you see death, it's like you understand that life is like every time a death occurs, you understand like life is precious. Enjoy the moments that you have. Do what the fuck you need to do for you. And it doesn't matter because nobody's going to die with you. You know what I'm saying? Like, you're going alone. You have to fucking figure out what you need to do in your life. It's your life. It's crazy it took me so long to understand that my life is my life. Not my mama's, not my daddy's, not my sister, not my auntie, not crazy ass mentally unstable, supposed to be friends, not supposedly whoever else. I ain't trying to throw in shit. I ain't trying to throw no shade or nothing, but your life belongs to you. Everything that you do or don't do depends on your fucking ass. So, and it's cool that I'm doing this because I talk to myself in the mirror and I say, you a goddamn motherfucking beast up in this bitch. That's how I do. So now that I'm talking to the camera and I can see my face, I'm like, I'm doing the same thing I do in the goddamn mirror. I'm just recording it. So great. Now people will get the opportunity to see what the fuck I do on the real, for real, on a regular basis, because where I'm at, mentally, physically, spiritually, emotionally, is in a really um, different place. I'm self-medicated, self-motivated, self-sufficient, self-centered, self-shit, everything that I do, I realize is all about my actions. It's all about what I say to myself. It's all about what I do. It ain't got nothing to do with nobody else. It really doesn't. And like some choices that I've made recently, there have been a lot. They've brought me to some interesting places in my life. And now I feel like the place that I am, it may not be ideal for me right now, but I really think it's probably necessary, and I think there's a reason for it. So even though like it seems like, man, I was dumb as hell. You ain't got no kind of sense. What the fuck were you thinking? I realized that everything happens for a reason, that I need to put my big girl panties on, put my goddamn army boots on, get strapped up, and run through a motherfucker face. That's how beast mode. Run through a motherfucker face. And just get my just go. Like when shit knocks you down, well, you gotta, get the fuck back up. When shit doesn't go your way and you think you're doing the right thing because of where you are mentally. Mentally, people need to learn how to mentally take care of themselves. We don't learn about that growing up, especially black people. We don't get counselors and therapists and shit like that. We have our parents that say, well, you need to go in the room and pray. Go read the Bible. That's what my mama said. My daddy said you need to go to church. Did he say anything about praying? No, I didn't really bring my problems to my father. Just my mom. Me and my dad didn't really have a great relationship growing up. So my mom was like, you better pray. You better ask the Lord. Ask the Lord for help. Tell the Lord your problems. You better know God for yourself. That was good in a sense because it made me, I'm strong as shit. I done been through some shit. Like, I understand. People go through life and people been through some shit that I didn't want to be through. I wouldn't have wanted to go through that shit. I don't even know how they can handle it, but I've been through my own set of shit. And it's brought me to where I am today, to where I feel like I'm strong. Do sometimes I feel like super weak, and feel like I can't handle some shit sometimes? Yeah, it happens. But then I do like I'm doing now and talk to my goddamn self and say, you know what, you beautiful, you're amazing, you're fucking creative, you can do everything you want to do in your fucking life. I'll be making faces at myself. Because I do. This is something that people are more punks now. And I've never considered myself that at all. I've always been this like hard ass. Like I've been hard on myself. I've been hard on like my siblings because I was like, y'all can do better. Like, don't be crying about this shit. Just get the shit done. Like, that's the person I am. My friends. Like you can. Don't be sitting around moping and feeling sorry for yourself. Get the fuck up and do what you need to do. And like for a while, like I had lost that in myself, and I was like, I still tried to move forward with like business and doing things, but like it's like I couldn't even grasp like what was missing until more recently when I decided to make some really concrete decisions for me. A lot of times, the decisions that we make are for everyone else around us. Everyone else around us. Everybody needs some. Everybody wants some. Meanwhile, we getting sucked dry by these motherfucking leeches. Suck the life out of us. Wondering what the fuck is wrong with me? What the fuck is wrong? What the fuck you mean? What the fuck is wrong with me? You be feeling like, shit, am I fucking going crazy? Be like, I need some goddamn weed. I ain't never rolled up before though. I ain't never did that. But I can honestly say that I've never done it. But anyways, so like we have like these things we try to happen to us, and we're going through so much, and we're being depleted, but we're not being re-energized. So while we're being depleted, like what happens to shit when it's depleted? What happens to it? It dries up and it dies. You have to like water yourself and feed yourself emotionally, spiritually, like love you enough to say, no, the fuck, you're not bringing your bullshit to me. I don't want to fucking hear that. Like, I know that about me. Like, I don't like put my shit on nobody. I don't like people seeing me cry. I don't like people seeing me emotional in any way. Unless like I'm, look, goddamn it, get your shit done. Like that kind of emotional. Like I've people have seen that, especially my siblings. My siblings, like, especially my brother, the oldest one. The youngest one, he saw that a little bit. But the oldest one, he saw how crazy I was. And then my brother, my youngest brother, he said, well, you learn to need to be a little bit softer. Why? It's not like in my nature. Like, I'm sweet a little bit. But like, I had to grow up raising my brothers. So, like, it was me, brother, then sister. So I didn't want them to be punks, my brothers. So I had to play football with them, play basketball with them, and, teach them how to be men at 14 fucking years old. So I've been a hard ass since I was young. Man, me and a grown ass man used to get into physical altercations. So I had to learn to be able to defend myself. Like, I'm not putting this stuff out there to like put nobody down, but I'm just saying where I've come from and why I am the way that I am now. The only thing is, like 13 years ago, 14 now, whatever, I made a decision that impacted my life in a different way, and I thought it was the right decision, and it wasn't. But it's okay, because life is supposed to be about decision making, learn from those decisions and moving on. Now, if you make a decision, and whether you in it for 5 years, if you're in it for 5 years and you end up getting out, great. Okay, you for 13, 14, 15 years, 16, 17, 20 years, and then you're like, oh, well, at least you got out. I mean, but you need to make sure that you spend your time focused on what you need to do for you. Otherwise, you're going to get caught up, and then time's going to pass, and before you know it, like, look, like, I never said that I really wanted to be a motivational speaker or anything, but I've been doing this podcast for like almost 2 years. or a year and a half, because I feel like what I've done, because me talking actually is therapeutic to me, because I'm talking through my issues and I'm talking to myself and I'm telling myself what I need to be doing, because it's like I already know. Some people, they do better with an actual therapist, and some people just need somebody with some real life experience telling them what the fuck it is. Everybody relates to different shit differently. Some people go to Napoleon Hill and can glean from him. I can. Some people go to C.T. Fletcher and can glean from him. I can. I can glean from any goddamn body. But some people just can't relate to everybody. I can get something from everybody. That's just who I am. I can get something from anything. I can get something from a goddamn movie. I'll be watching movies like, what's that mean? What's that mean? I'm gonna look deeper into that shit. That's something right there. I do that. And I don't care. Shit, I don't care. Like, I don't care what people think. Yeah, I look deeper into shit. Because sometimes there's something there that the universe or that God is trying to tell you, or something that you can get that nobody else sees, maybe, or only certain people with the eye open can see. Is that blood booger? I hope not. I hope not. But anyways, so like we really need to pay attention to, yeah, my nails. We really need to pay attention to like what's going on around us, and glean from like different things. But this is like my therapy though, because I feel like I'm helping myself, again, talking through it, but then recording it, because I know, like, I've had people see me from one extreme to the other, and they're like, "What you do? I'm so proud of you. You look so good. You did this. You did. You're glowing." Like, people that don't even know me, like I'll always having it, and people looking at me strange. I'm always like, this woman. I was at an event. She's like, "You're glowing." I was like, "Really? Thank you." I said, I love my life, and I changed my life, and I decided just to give off positive aura. Yes, shit goes off in my life, and I try to redirect my attention when shit goes left, and I be like, ugh. I try to redirect my attention to what I want it to be. Why do I do that? Because who wants to live in a negative fucking space all the time? Like, do you really want to live in like unhappiness and anger and frustration and sad? And like, I ain't gonna lie, man, I saw the song, man, I ain't trying to call nobody out, but I don't want to listen to nobody's goddamn song that's called Suicidal. That's some real fucking shit, and I don't want to listen to that. Now, I respect it, because that's, that's what they called it. And I don't know what the song's about. I assume it's about being suicidal, but I don't want to hear that, because I've been there a couple times, like in the past. Oh, I just popped my L. Just popped my. Ooh, that's my artwork. That's one of my paintings that I did. It's a model. See? Yeah. What the fuck is going on with my fingers? And this is another piece. Oh, those are more of my artworks. But anyway, if you want them, go to Miouxnie.com. Miouxnie.com. That was a commercial break. But well, maybe it's time for me to stop, because I done got lost. At the end of the day, the whole point of this life is for us as individuals to live it. So please do yourself and the world around you a favor and live your life for you. Because as we live our lives for ourselves, we impact everything around us. Oh, that's what I was talking about. Like people coming to me and talking about like, what did you do? You lost weight and you look great and you're bright and you're like, I still like, I'm not cocky, but I speak a lot of confidence over myself because before I got to this place, I was like miserable. I hated myself. I was overweight. I was like, what can I do to do something completely different? I just got an idea. Paint yourself. Paint yourself. Yep. So I started painting myself with glow paint. Bought me glow paint, the light, and this hair stuff that I slicked in my hair for the very like first or second time that it doesn't matter. Because I was like, I need to do something different, to let out my feelings and my emotions. I was already writing music, every now and then, but I hadn't really gone in and done a lot of music like I wanted to. But so I started with the painting myself, and I was doing it every day, a certain late at night. Just and it was really strange because I was using like mirrors to do it, and I was like, but this is cool. I feel like, and it was awkward because I'm like using a mirror to paint myself. I've always done it like this, but now I'm doing it like this. So it was different, but I was like, I like it. It was giving me something different to do, and it made my mind go another direction, like outside of the whole like I'm struggling, I'm mentally stressed out. I was over here with the I'm doing something different. I'm feeling this. And I was letting my emotions come through the paint. And there were a couple times that I was actually crying while I was painting because it was an emotional time in my life. God damn it. Ain't nobody goddamn see me cry. But I'm just saying these things because we act like as human beings, we're not supposed to be fucking emotional. We're not supposed, like, we can be emotional, like pop up, motherfucker, like that. But we can't be happy emotional, and we can't be like crying emotional. Like, I'm not saying like people need to be going around sobbing and crying in front of on live TV and looking on live Facebook Live or Instagram Live. Keep that shit to yourself. Figure it out. I mean, we really need to learn to self-evaluate. That's what I had to do. What was wrong with me? That was one of the first questions I asked. What the fuck is wrong with me? Why am I so unhappy? Why do I hate me? And then I gone through the list. Well, first of all, you ain't accomplished shit. You're not being creative. You're unhappy. You're making people around you unhappy. Well, it seems like anyway. You don't like the way your hair looks. You don't like um, um, the fact that you don't have this and you don't have that. Okay. Change this. Change all them things that you just mentioned. Change that shit and watch your life goddamn change. What else did you? What else is going on? Okay, who am I? Who am I? Well, my name is Moni. Okay, who is that? Do you know who you are? Do you know what your desires are in life? Do you know what your desire is for, like, what you want in a spouse? Do you know what your desires are for the type of food that you like? Are you the type of person that be like, oh no, it's okay, whatever? Or do you have like definitive answers for when somebody asks you a question? Oh, yes, I like this. Yes, I want to do this. Yes. Or fuck no. Hell no. No, goddamn it. You know what I'm saying? So, like, it's this all of these things that come into play. Another thing that is not Christian like that I learned worked for me was learning about my sign. No, I don't need to learn about what the fuck is going on with the Scorpio today or tomorrow. I don't need to know the little shit. What I need to know is what I've seen, and this is how I learned. There's a book called The Book of Signs. I'm about to fuck that up. I don't remember, but there's a book about it. But it's a study that's done over a period of time with hundreds of people, so called, and they studied these people who were born on certain days. So I read about what my sign was, and I was like, now for everybody to be talking about how bad signs are, this is pretty goddamn accurate. Then I started learning more about, like, specifically my day and time and location of where I was born and all of that coming into play about who I am, and started reading more details about, like, my reactions and how I react and how I think. And I was like, it made sense. So instead of saying, this is how the fuck I am, this is what it is, I allow myself to elevate. No, I'm not going to be this person like this, but I understand that I have done this in the past and I am this way by nature because how the stars and elements align, and being water, air, whatever sign you are, that certain things are a certain way. It's just, for me, is how I am. So I started changing things and learning more about, okay, well, I don't have to be like that. Certain things I accept. I'm a freak. And nobody know. But yeah. Hashtag Scorpio. Hey Drake, me and Drake share a birthday. Hey Drake, let's do a song together, okay, boo boo? It's gonna be called October motherfucking 24. Goddamn it, we gonna do that song. It's gonna be a motherfucking hit, and we gonna get a goddamn Grammy off of it because I'm a motherfucking beast just like you are. October 24th, 24, baby. You know what I'm talking about? Hashtag Drake. Scorpion. Yeah, so, like, learning about the signs, it really, like, enlightens you to another part of depth of who you are, so you can make some changes, so you can be your best self. That's the whole thing. Like, I understand Christian folks don't want to do it. Oh, I ain't nothing but the devil. I ain't saying for somebody to read your palm or flip your cards over and, oh, this is a bad sign. Oh, this is a bad sign. Oh, this might be good. Oh, you're gonna get a man. I don't give a damn about that. I don't want to know my day to day. I want to live my fucking life. And I want to attract goodness and greatness by being my highest self, my best self. So how do I do that? Is I learn about who I am, and I analyze and I pay attention. I'm just an in-depth person. I pay attention to what I do, my actions I take, and how I'm affected by people's bullshit. Man, it's crazy how little things, and sometimes I don't even realize I do it. Sometimes I don't until later, that I'm affected by insignificant shit, just shit that just doesn't fucking matter. Like, I'll be like, well, why did that bother me again? Anyway, I'm just saying. Y'all like my I did my hair myself. Should I do a tutorial on how to do these? Hell no. Cause then y'all gonna see my hair doing all like this. My hair gonna be like this. I be watching them girls do them tutorials, and they be having ponytails and their hair be like this on the side. And like, It's already embarrassing enough. So, anyway, learn yourself, be your best self. Um, and I think I'm gonna do more of these videos. I think, I think, I think this is powerful for me because it's a step in a direction I've never been. And you know what else? Let me tell you what the fuck I did this past weekend. So I do deliveries as well as other things. But I delivered to this talent agency. And I was like, well, what is this? And she said, oh, it's a talent agency, this and this and this. We have an audition. You're really pretty. You should come. I was thinking, for what? I was like, she was like, yeah, you should come. She was like, have you ever wanted to do this and this and this and this? Model, act. And I said, yeah, I have. Because, like, I like expressing myself and I can be really animated and over the top sometimes, be a little dramatic. Every now and then I can be a little bit dramatic. But she was like, well, you should come. You should come. We're having tomorrow. And I was like, ew, no, no, thank you. I don't want to go to an audition. So I left my number for her to call me later on this week. So while I was on my next delivery, I was like, let me look up the name of this shit because my life is goddamn changing. Dial, ring, ring, ring. Hey, I just came in and I spoke to this is such and such. I wanted to know if I can go ahead and try the audition. I was like, what the fuck am I doing? What the fuck am I doing? What the fuck am I doing? She was like, oh, okay, well then come in tomorrow, this time, this time. So I went in. Dressed, really nice and all black. Because she's like, oh, well, we're ready for you guys. All the people, let's go a photo shoot. Then we did, she said, photo shoot. I said, say what? We doing a photo shoot. Like, we're not even, like, going to talk about what we going to do first. We're not going to have no information first. We just going to do a photo shoot. Child. She was like, oh, no, it'll be fine. It's going to be fine. I was like, what the fuck did I do? So I went in and did the photo shoot. I was looking at the little girls, and they were just like, doing the photo shoot because you could watch, like, the people before you. And I was like, child, so I do photo shoots with this, selfies. Selfie photo shoots. But she was like, the man was like, oh no, we're just doing headshots. I was like, oh shit. And you can't see what the photo looks like. We ain't even gonna talk about what them damn photos look like. Them photos, my facial expressions look like I didn't know what the fuck I was doing. Cause I couldn't see what the photos he was taking. So I was looking like shit. I'm probably gonna have eye makeup all over my goddamn eye. My eyes itching now because I'm sleepy. It's time to go to sleep. What was I gonna say? But then after that, we stood on the side and think, oh come on, we're gonna do teleprompter. You read the teleprompter. I'm gonna let you do the commercial. And I said, this is next? I ain't never did no shit like this. So I was like, oh, you know what? Okay, you a boss, bitch. You got this. You got this. You a boss. You came in here for a reason. So I went over there, and finally, I was like one of the last people in line. I don't know how I ended up being one of the last people in line, but I was one of the last people in line to do it. For the first group, anyway. And so, man, I got up there and I was like, I did really good. I think I did okay. But then she was like, you were one of my favorites. You did really good on your. I was like, oh, for real? That's what's up. because I could do some goddamn voiceovers. I would do a commercial. Absolutely. God damn it. Who want me to do a commercial for him? I'm here. My name is Miouxnie. You can look me up, Miouxnie, on Instagram. Um, but then the lady came in, and that's when she gave a 2-hour explanation of what the business was about and the philanthropy. Child, I don't know why my tongue gets twisted up with that word. And then like the how long it's been in business, the owners, blah blah blah, this and this, and I was like, okay, like I can feel it. Mainly the end part of it being more about like self. They don't have nothing to do with anything anyway. So after been standing for like 2.5 hours, like it was time. Okay, we're gonna have you walk the runway. I said, oh damn, my feet hurt like hell right now. But you know what? I'm gonna walk this goddamn runway. So I walked down to my little. Then I turned around, walked back to my little stride, and I walked off. And I was like, thank God I done finished that shit. Damn, I was nervous as shit. But anyways, I passed the first audition. So, what I'm saying is, I said all that shit to say, don't be afraid to try new things, because even though the situation that I encountered recently was kind of fucked up, it was kind of fucked up. I'm the type, I've dealt with so much stuff over the years. It's not hard for me to be like, well, let me just roll with it. Let me just make a U-turn. Okay, we ain't, let me see. Okay, go. Okay, you know what I'm saying? Like, okay, shit, is this the roadblock? Go around it. You know what I'm saying? Like, I get it. Okay, fine. I'd rather, like, what's for me be in my right now than what's not for me. So, if it's not for me, like, thank you, next. If it's not for me, really. Because I really want what's for me, because I know that's going to bring me to my best self and to my desires. My desires are supposed to happen. Like, what I want is what I want. And what I want is what the fuck I'm going to get. And because I already know. And so everything that's not for me, it's like, sometimes, you know, man, I ain't mean for this to be this goddamn long. But sometimes we don't use the good sense that we were created to have to make decisions. So it ends up, it puts us in the situation where we ain't have to be. But we make the best of that situation until we roll out. But still, you know, sometimes we do shit and be like, God, you know why the fuck I do that? God damn, I saw the signs. Okay, roll with it. Put your makeup on, put your rings on your fingers, paint your nails. Be like, God damn it, let's go. So that's why, again, that's why these videos are happening now with this 43 minutes and 52 seconds, because changing my life. One step at a time, keep going, keep on doing new things and experiencing new shit and taking myself out of my comfort zones and like the whole embarrassing of whatever, you know, quirky things that I have that I feel about myself. Fuck it. Like, you know, I don't have perfect skin. I don't have perfect fingers. I have fat fingers. Like, I'm not like as thin as I like to be right now. I lost a lot of weight. I lost a hell of a lot of weight. Man, I was 210. Now I'm like 156. I'm like, God damn it, she banging, goddamn. Man, she got a little booty out in the back. She got a little stomach slim. Like, she's doing the goddamn thing. So, like, I know, like, I'm getting where I want to be, but steps in the right direction is going to get you to your goal. And so But you gotta keep up with it. Like every time something like comes and like slaps you in the goddamn head, and you be like, God damn it, shit. You gotta be like, you know what? I'm still gonna get my goddamn G wagon. G wagon. I'm gonna get my G wagon. I did that. I promise God, man. Like I was going through something one day. Y'all see, people think you a goddamn crybaby, and it's only been like the last like 9 months, 8 9 months since I was like really emotional because of some of the things that have taken place. I'm going through like a breaking, a stripping of like myself and my old self into like this new powerful, like god damn it, strong ass shit self. And so it's making me like cry to myself sometimes, and I'll be like, why am I crying? I'm like, I gotta let this stuff go. I let this stuff go, and I be crying and shit. And so like I was going through it one day. I was going through it, and I was like, I'm gonna get my G-Wagon. I'm beautiful, I'm sexy, I'm amazing. I can do anything I set my mind to. No matter what you're going through. If you crying, like, and you're like, no, I want to sulk in my feelings. I want to just sulk in my feelings. No, the fuck you don't. If you're crying, turn them tears into like, okay, I'm going to cry because I'm on my way to getting everything I goddamn want. You know what I'm saying? All right. Now look in the mirror and tell yourself all the great things that you want to see for you, because you are the fucking most important person in your goddamn life. And you better believe that. And I hope, like, because I have this thing, it's actually inside of here. So I hope, like, the audio is at least somewhat good. Anyways, it's been cool talking to you. I'm about to put this on YouTube, and it's not gonna be edited. It's gonna be Miouxnie Uncut. So it is what the fuck it is. Ain't no goddamn filters. I don't got my makeup's all lopsided and shit. And this is just what the fuck it is. We need to hear some real shit from some real life people that are going through shit right now. Right the fuck now. Right the fuck now. So I hope you got something from this. Learn from your mistakes and move the fuck on. Check mark. It's Miouxnie.